Hello guys, welcome to our channel Boeing 737 at FAP Aviation. Today we will talk about memory item engine fire, severe damage or separation in this video. Today we are going to observe the panels in glare shield. We will look at fire warning and master caution system. In center instrument panel, we will look at upper display unit and lower display unit. In control stand, we will look at auto throttle, thrust lever and engine start lever, and in the end, in aft electronic panel, we will look at overheat fire protection panel. Let's start our memory item engine fire, severe damage or separation. First we will talk about the condition. One of more of these occur: engine fire warning, airframe vibration with abnormal engine indication, engine separations. So first condition is engine fire warning. The indication of engine fire warning are the fire warning bell sounds, both master fire warning light illuminates. So these master fire warning light illuminates on captain side and first officer side on glare shield, and related engine fire switch illuminates for say if engine fire is detected in engine number 1, so this engine fire switch illuminates. When master fire warning lights illuminate, what happens? It indicates a fire warning in engine, APU, main gear, wheel well or cargo compartment. Fire warning bell also sounds, and engine fire switch illuminates red when indicates fire in the related engine, and it unlocks the related engine fire switch. Master fire warning light illuminates and fire warning bell sounds as we have discussed. So this was first condition, engine fire warning occur. The second one, airframe vibration with abnormal engine indication. So in our center instrument panel, upper DU and lower DU, engine indications. So this vibration, so more than 4.0 is considered high vibration. So it could be the possible everything is fine and we have severe vibration in our engines. So it will be considered as a case of severe damage. Along with that, when we have no N1, no N2, we call it severe damage. Then the third one, engine separation. In case of engine separation, let's say number 2 engine has separated. So all the parameters of number 2 will go blank. So that is an indication of engine separation. Okay, so let's start our memory item. Auto throttle if engage, disengage. So on control stand, auto throttle if engage, we will disconnect it from here. Auto throttle disengage. Then thrust lever, affected engine, pilot flying will say, let's say it's number 1, say confirm number 1, pilot monitoring will say confirmed number 1. He will close the thrust lever. These two actions were of pilot flying. Then thereafter he will announce, continue the memory item. So now pilot monitoring will do the rest of the items. So number 3rd, engine start lever, affected engine. Now pilot monitoring will say confirm number 1. Pilot flying will say confirmed. Then he will cut off the engine start lever. So in our control stand, these are our engine start lever. So for say number 1, so number 1 he will cut off. What happens when we cut off our engine start lever? So engine start lever cut off, close both spar and engine fuel shutoff valve. So we have tried to show it here. So this is our spar fuel shutoff valve and this is our engine fuel shutoff valve. When we cut off engine start lever, both shutoff valve closed. So there is no fuel supply to the engines anymore. And along with that, it de-energizes the ignition system. So in the ignition system, what happens? When engine start lever is moved to cut off, then it sends a signal to EEC, which in turn, let's say in this diagram, ignition left igniter was in use, it goes open. So it de-energizes the ignition system, so no more ignition system is provided. Next, engine fire switch, affected engine. Pilot monitoring will say confirm number 1. Pilot flying will say confirm number 1. Pull. So pulling the engine fire switch up. Close both the engine fuel shutoff valve and spar fuel shutoff valve. As we have seen, it closes both engine fuel shutoff valve and spar fuel shutoff valve. Close engine bleed air valve, resulting in loss of wing anti-ice to the affected wing and closure of bleed air operating pack valve. So we have tried to show it here. Pulling the engine fire switch up, it closes the engine bleed air valve, which in turn will close the wing anti-ice valve. So now wing anti-ice is no more available, and the operating pack, so number one pack valve, now will be closed. Trips the generator control relay and breaker. So now number one generator is no more in picture. Close the hydraulic fluid shutoff valve. The engine driven hydraulic pump low pressure light is deactivated. So now no more hydraulic fluid is provided, and the low pressure light of the engine driven pump is now deactivated. It won't show any light. Disable the thrust reversers for the related engine. So thrust reversers are also not available. Allow the engine fire switch to be rotated for discharge. So by pulling it, now it is unlocked and it can be rotated for discharge. Arm one discharge squib on each engine fire extinguisher bottle. Okay, so with that, the fire extinguisher squib is in arm mode. Next, if the engine fire switch or overheat light is illuminated, engine fire switch, affected engine, rotate to stop and hold for 1 second. So by doing that, when we have pulled the engine fire switch, still the light is illuminated or engine overheat. This is our engine overheat light. So let's say number one engine fire switch or engine overheat light is still illuminated. So what we'll do, rotate to stop and hold for 1 second. And what happens by doing that? Rotating the engine fire switch electrically fires a squib. So let's say we have rotated it into our left side. So doing that, the left bottle will discharge into engine number one, discharging the extinguishing agent into the related engine. Rotating the switch the other way, discharge the remaining bottle. If let's say fire has still not been extinguished, so rotating to the other side, discharge the right squib bottle in the left engine. The L or R bottle discharge light illuminates for a second after the engine fire switch is rotated. So when the left bottle is discharged, so here in our overheat panel, these L bottle, left bottle discharge or right bottle discharge light will illuminate, indicating bottle has discharged or pressure is low. So doing that, we have completed our memory item of engine fire, CVH damage or separation. Hopefully we have tried to cover the actions of memory item in detail. See you guys in our next video.